Hello and welcome to the show supported by Mediaproxy. Now, today we're speaking to a new company to KitPlus TV and one that is gearing up for the rollout of 5G in 46 top US markets as early as December this year.
Absolutely, yeah. We'd like to welcome Jill Sorgi from Challenger Communications. Hi, Jill. Welcome to the show.
Hello, gentlemen. Thank you very much.
So before we sort of touch on the main topic of today, C-band, let's start with some background information on Challenger. Who's Challenger? What's Challenger?
So Challenger Communications is a Michigan company. We have been in business since 2011 as Challenger, but our history goes back into the early 90s. The owner of Challenger was one of the original owners of Patriot Antenna Systems. So we've been manufacturing antennas for decades, and they've been performing for decades. So we've been around quite a while.
Okay, so
good.
let's look at C-band now. I must admit, it's something relatively new to me. Can you explain what it is, and I guess why we need it?
So basically, the C-band is a spectrum that's been used since kind of early cable TV, home cable TV. And at this time, the C-band spectrum is being shrunken down to make some room to be used also for the 5G frequency for mobile phones, communications, that sort of thing. So it's becoming more relevant now because everyone out there kind of has to look at their equipment to see if it's up to par or what is going to need to change to continue to receive their frequencies and be able to offer all the services that the providers recently were used to offering.
So, Jill, what do people need in terms of hardware to use C-band?
So basically, we need our C-band antenna. The size is important. We're looking at anywhere from a 3.8 meter to up to a 4.5 meter is going to be known for better reception. And then we still need our C-band feeds, LNBs, and then filters as well.
And I understand that there are some deadlines approaching. What's this about? Probably US only.
Yep, that's correct. So our phase 1 deadline is actually coming up quickly. It's December 5th of 2021. So basically what's going on now is there are phase 1 filters that we need to get in place on those antennas. And then as we go into next year, our phase 2 deadline, that'll be December 5th of 2023. So there's going to be another filter on the market that's going to have to come on next year.
So, out of interest, Jill, who are your main customers? I guess it's the major telcos. Do you have any other types of customers using your antennas?
Yep, you're correct. So any major telcos, but also even smaller rural mom and pop is what we call them. Sometimes smaller cable TV providers in rural communities, and really anybody receiving that C-band for data or radio.
So Joe, can we go into why there is an urgency for your customers or for radio broadcasters, TV broadcasters to get this hardware update by this deadline? I mean, what's happening to C-band?
Exactly. So the C-band frequency, what we're used to in our industry, it's the 3.7 to 4.2 gigahertz, and our major providers, satellite providers, have been transmitting using that frequency. It's going to shrink now. The FCC is allowing a big portion of that for flexible use licenses, which are these 5G providers. Right. So in phase 1, they're shrinking it down to, it's either, we're starting at 3.7, they're coming down to, it's either 3.8 or 3.9 in phase 1. And then in phase 2, it's going to go to 4.0 to 4.2 gigahertz. And that'll be where C-band is transmitting as we know it for television providers.
And is that last one you mentioned, is that the one where the deadline is in, was it 2023?
That is correct. So it's, I believe it's December 5th, 2023. That's the deadline that the goal is to be down to that 4.0 to 4.2.
That's great. Thank you very much, Joe. It's been really enlightening. Can you tell us where
Very
people
much
can
so.
find out more?
Yes. So if you go to cbandready.com, we have a website set up and we have a lot of good resources, links to the FCC report and order, the relocation clearinghouse, things like that, as well as equipment that we offer that can help you be C-band ready.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Jill. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining us. And as Jill says, check out cbandready.com for more information and all those extra resources. Thanks to Mediaproxy for their support of KitPlus TV, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.